The process of human development from zygote to birth can be divided into several stages, each marked by unique physiological and developmental changes. Here is a brief overview of the process. Fertilization. When a sperm cell successfully penetrates the outer layer of the egg cell, it fuses with the egg's nucleus to form a single-celled zygote. The genetic material from both parents combines to form a unique individual with its own set of chromosomes. It occurs when a sperm cell fertilizes an egg cell, usually within 24 hours of ovulation. Cleavage. The zygote undergoes a series of rapid cell divisions called cleavage. During cleavage, the cells divide without growing, resulting in a ball of cells called a morula. The morula then undergoes further cell division, forming a hollow ball of cells called a blastocyst. It begins immediately after fertilization and continues for about 3 to 4 days, resulting in the formation of a blastocyst. Implantation. The blastocyst travels down the fallopian tube and enters the uterus. The blastocyst then burrows into the thickened lining of the uterus, a process called implantation. The cells of the blastocyst begin to differentiate into two distinct groups, the inner cell mass, ICM, and the outer layer of cells, called the trophoblast. The ICM will eventually develop into the embryo, while the trophoblast will form the placenta and other supporting structures. It occurs around 6 to 10 days after fertilization, when the blastocyst burrows into the uterine lining. Gastrulation. During this stage, which occurs around the second week of development, the cells of the blastocyst begin to differentiate into three distinct germ layers, the endoderm, mesoderm, and ectoderm. The endoderm will give rise to the lining of the respiratory and digestive systems, as well as the liver and pancreas. The mesoderm will form the bones, muscles, blood vessels, and connective tissues. The ectoderm will become the skin, hair, nails, and nervous system. It occurs around the second week of development, when the blastocyst differentiates into three germ layers. Neurulation. At around 3rd to 4th weeks of development, the cells of the ectoderm layer begin to form a structure called the neural tube, which will eventually become the brain and spinal cord. The neural tube forms a groove that gradually deepens and closes to form a tube-like structure. The neural crest cells, which are derived from the ectoderm, also migrate away from the neural tube and differentiate into various types of cells, including those that form the sensory organs, teeth, and adrenal glands. It begins around week 3 to 4 of development, when the neural tube begins to form. Organogenesis. This stage occurs from weeks 4 to 8 of development and is characterized by the formation of major organs and tissues. The heart begins to beat and pump blood, and the circulatory system starts to form. The digestive system also begins to develop, with the formation of the stomach, intestines, and liver. The limb buds appear and start to differentiate into arms and legs. The facial features, eyes, and ears also begin to take shape. It occurs from weeks 4 to 8 of development, during which major organs and tissues begin to form. Fetal period. This stage begins around week 9 and continues until birth. The fetus grows rapidly in size and weight, and its organs and systems become fully functional. The lungs start to produce surfactant, a substance that helps the lungs inflate and deflate, and the fetal brain undergoes rapid growth and development. The fetus also develops a layer of fat under its skin, which helps regulate body temperature. It begins around 9th week and continues until birth, during which the fetus grows rapidly and organs become fully functional. Labor and delivery. When the fetus is fully developed, it triggers a hormonal cascade that leads to contractions of the uterus and eventual delivery of the baby. The cervix dilates to allow the baby to pass through, and the mother pushes to help the baby move through the birth canal. Once the baby is born, it takes its first breath and begins to adapt to life outside the womb. The umbilical cord is clamped and cut, and the placenta and other fetal membranes are expelled from the uterus. Can occur anytime between 37 to 42 weeks of pregnancy, with the average length of labor for first-time mothers being 12 to 14 hours. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe the channel and press to the bell button icon for the latest updates. Keep visiting the channel and also share with friends and family.